Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, whenever, however, whoever you are. This is my channel, Rican Reactions. And on Rican Reactions, we're going to do Elevation and Dark Elevation, or just Dark. And I'm going to say it bit by bit. I do have some audio clips during certain matches. I will give my review on every single match, not analysis, not bit by bit. I'll have a couple of my members come in when they come in. Please like, subscribe, share, and enjoy the madness, which is Rican Reactions. I am broadcasting this, by the way, in Puerto Rico. Yep, all the way from the island of Puerto Rico, next to Cuba, Dominican Republic, and under Florida. Now, let's have some fun with this. First match in Elevation is Anna Jay with Cool Hand Ange against Nikki Victory. Now, Matt Menard or Matt Magic and Excalibur were on commentary throughout the whole night. So it was very cool and very unique in commentary. I'll have that soon enough. In the beginning, Anna Jay was dominating. Nikki Victory did about one uppercut and one lariat to the ropes. Ultimately, Anna Jay, in less than a minute, did the Queen Slayer for the 1-2-3. Ange came out to the middle of the ring, fanned it out. Matt Menard is just clapping incessantly for way too long. Good match for me. It was, they're setting up the level for Anna Jay, and I understand that. That's the way you got to go, Anna Jay. Just go up little by little bit. You got to set her stock up. Yeah, little late in my opinion, but you can always save somebody. Okay, moving on. Second match of the night. Ruby Soho and Ortiz. This is a mixed match. Ruby Soho and Ortiz versus Mickey Midas and Queen Amanada. I like Queen Amanada. She's 0-4 this year. If we combine all the numbers, that's a big number. Now, Menard was ironically trying to bring up the rules of a mixed match, saying that if Amanada tagged in her partner, then Soho couldn't attack Mickey. But guess what? That didn't happen because Mickey attacked Soho, and then at one point, Amanada attacked Ortiz. They gave the foot back to Soho, and Soho did a high knee to Amanada's face. Welcome. And Ortiz did a beautiful fisherman bomb. It's not a fisherman buster. It's not a fisherman pin, but a fisherman bomb. Where you put them up like that, you put the arm around the leg, tilt it, crash. Beautiful chef's kiss for the 1-2-3. Good match for me. It was very matter of fact. Soho, like always, doing her moves, doing it against a male opponent, and Ortiz not hitting the female whatsoever, but using Soho as a weapon as a splash was pretty cool. Next match, number 3, Dante versus Jackson Blake. Now, this was a good match because, one, Jackson Blake bled, and I mean bled. He bled, busted his whole face open at the tail end of the match before the finisher. But he was holding his own against Dante Martin. However, it's Dante Martin, who's already a vet by the time he hits 21, doing flips off ropes. I'm starting to turn into Cornette. I don't even know why. I don't really like that much flips if you keep repeating it over and over again. Anyway, for me. But in the end, he won with the tail thing. Bump, over for the 1-2-3. At the end, I love Jackson Blake's face. Oh, he's just bleeding. And Matt Menard's like, well, you lost. Go back home. Wash your face. That's how it is. Matt Menard was on point at this point. And Dante Martin, once again, going up in the ranks. He did have another match, and I'll bring up the reference of that match, but now I'm not going to talk about the match. If you have 2 matches in 2 different shows, I will only talk about one of them, not 2 of them. It's a waste of time for me. Number 4 out of the 9 on Monday is Serena Deeb, or Professor Deeb, versus Megan Myers. Now, this was an interesting match only because Deeb was obviously was gonna destroy Megan Myers. Let's be honest here, okay? Let's just be real. But commentary behind that was very interesting. Let's find out why.
Hold by the professor. 5 seconds. Yeah, well, that's why she was given the count to 5 seconds. She respected the rules. She kind of woman she is. Had she really respected the rules, she wouldn't have used the legal hold to begin with. No. You're not cheating. You're not trying, right?
That's from Matt Menard's voice, which is pretty cool. Now, Deeb was just destroying Megan Myers. She had one move. One effing move because I wanted to. Yeah, whatever. Now, it was a good match. Obviously, it lasted only 2 minutes and 30 seconds. Matt Menard bring up the fact that it lasted last week 2 minutes and 58 seconds. He timed it. And this week is 2 minutes and 37 seconds. Very good things. Look at that. I got my co-host, Joe BNCL. Hello, Joe BNCL. What the hell? My apologies. Give me a second.
You made me a
There we
mini
go.
me. Oh,
That's not.
okay,
There
that's
we go.
better.
What's
I
up?
felt like Vern Troyer for a minute.
Yeah, that's not. Yeah, that means you have a dick bigger than your leg. Let's just be real. All right.
Shit hangs down to his
All right.
ankle. But
That's right.
I was cooking dinner. That's why I ran a little behind.
That's okay. Totally fine. We were just having a talk here. I just finished the 4th match and put up the audio clip, like I said, between Deeb and Megan Myers. And
I didn't get to watch it, so
yeah,
it's all you. Just tell me how it is, because I know how certain people wrestle. So
Megan Myers was very good in the sense that we're doing I can't say the beep control. I can say arm dominance with Deeb, and it was doing a nice little circle where at the end of it, it just turned into a spiral of Deeb just locking Megan Myers' arm, and then the leg lock at the end for just the Serenity lock with the leg just to piss him off under 2 minutes 37 seconds. That's it. It was just yes.
Quick question about Deeb.
Mm.
That I don't know if you may know, but is she a trainer?
Yes.
For ROH or AEW or both?
AEW.
Okay.
So is
that
Rain woman. Yeah, both of them.
Yeah. Well, I mean, she's got like 15 years with TNA. I mean, plus like WoW and a bunch of other shit.
Yeah.
She was brought in for the Beautiful People a long time ago as a third member.
Promo Joe for bringing that reference. Not true. Bringing the chicken here. There we go.
And now Velvet Sky's doing WoW, I think.
Mm-hmm. It was it was a good match. Yes, keep going.
I heard WoW got a TV deal. Starts in September, I believe, for CBS, I think.
And it's CBS.
But hey, TV, that's a primetime TV deal, man.
It was either like if you would have said Fox or CBS, I would have been like, yep.
Yeah. But
those two will take anything.
Dude, primetime spot for an all women's wrestling promotion.
Wrestling's hot right now. It makes sense. Wrestling is super hot right now. It's becoming the thing. If Disney gets any like an inkling, yeah, of course. And if Disney, and I mean if Disney makes an inkling of wanting to be a wrestling company as well, we're fucked.
They already have.
Lo and behold, they've talked about it, but we haven't really seen the structure what they want to do.
They're talking about buying WWE. Fuck starting a company. They just want to buy one.
Well, that's
you know how Disney is.
I know.
Disney's like Microsoft.
They'll take anything just because they're fucking assholes. Yeah.
Now
we go to number. That's true. We go to number 5 in the match of Dark Order versus, and I wrote this down. Demore Solvino, Alexander Apollo, and R.C. Dupree. Make sure you remember the word Dupree. Why do I say that? Well,
Rene Dupree?
This happened.
Which one? Do you know which one Dupree is? Of course I know. Ooh, which one? Is that Blondie there in the ring? Well, I mean, had you done your homework, you'd know. Listen, I ran here last minute. I was doing all sorts of stuff in the back, okay? A lot of Jericho appreciation stuff to take care of. That's all I'm going to say. Yeah, you guys, I mean, the numbers for your organization have grown exponentially over the last few weeks. Are you looking at adding new members? Yeah, maybe this Dupree guy, if we can figure it out.
Yeah. So
Dude, I love his commentary.
it was good comment. That's why I was recording it, because it's really good commentary once you really just dissect it. And 3 matches in, he kept saying, "Oh, here comes Dupree," and Dupree was already gone. He didn't know which one was Dupree even after Excalibur kept on reminding him over and over again. But once again, Dark Order wins with what I call perpetual motion, which is throw the guy in the corner, enziguri to the face, Alex rolling elbow, give it to John Silver, German, but with 10 there, German suplex given back to 10 for a spinning lariat for the 1-2-3. And they had
Jesus, sounds like
a promo
overkill.
afterwards.
Sounds
Well,
like
usually
overkill to me.
it is overkill. It is overkill because usually when it's 2 of them, it's John and Alex Reynolds. They do the corner kick, throw it to Alex, elbow, throw it back to Silver, into the jackknife pin. If there's a third person, they custom a third person's finisher in there. It's really weird, but sometimes it works. That's why I call it professional motion, because they just keep moving until eventually the guy stops, and then you
Now,
know it's done. But yes,
did you talk about Bear Country yet?
we'll get there, and that's on Dark. We'll get there. That is the most weirdest thing I've ever seen, and we'll get there. Okay.
I read the
Dark Order
report
had
about it. That's
I know. Dark Order had a post promo. They John Silver said that I've been on the brackets for a while. I'm looking at the brackets, and no one has picked us to be at the top. Like, we've been here since day one. We deserve to be the trios champions. Like, that's what we want. And I hope, and I truly hope they win. I truly hope. We can talk about that for a second right now. I truly hope they
dude.
win because they have a match on Dark, so I'm not gonna talk about that, ladies and gentlemen. So this is the match we're gonna talk about, and their lead up. I think they have a match on Wednesday, right?
Yes.
Yes. Oh God, thank God. Against Malachi, against the House of Black.
Yeah,
Okay,
I believe
like I
so.
said,
That
might be a
is
good
either
match.
Wednesday or
Yeah,
Friday. I can't remember.
I hope it's Wednesday because I know it's Death Triangle versus Aussie and Will Ospreay.
Yeah, that's happening Wednesday for sure. And also you got the unification match for the world title too.
Yeah, that's nuts. But okay,
So Dark Order.
what do you think? Yes, what do you think of the chances of the Dark Order? Because again, this is basically a storyline tournament. If you look at it, and how they're structuring it, looks storyline wise.
Okay, so for starters, and I don't mean any disrespect to the Dark Order at all. I don't.
Of course, no, they suck. You can say it, dude. It's okay. This
Dark
isn't the
Order,
other place.
Dark Order equals Job Squad.
They know.
That's pretty much what they are.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to, if not, I can get my own. If you want to just get you and Bella and Dad, I can get my own later when I'm done. Sorry, my wife's asking me about dinner.
That's okay. Totally
That's
fine.
fine. If
Like
you want
I
to get
said,
it, that's fine. If not, I'll get it.
it's
But yeah,
sad.
Dark Order.
Yes.
It is because Ten is a big guy who's very talented, who can fly for a larger man. He can dive over the ropes and stuff. And then you've got Evil Uno, who has a good character. His costumes are entertaining. His promos are even somewhat entertaining. And then you got Johnny Hungy, who I feel, if he broke away from the Dark Order, I think he can be a singles champion. But he needs to get away from the Dark Order, get away from the shtick that he's doing, and be a serious competitor. I think he could be one of the guys. But he needs to get away from the Dark Order. I think they're holding him back.
That's true. Even with Alex Reynolds as a tag team, there'll always be like a D or C level tag team. There's tag teams that I didn't even know existed on Dark, and we'll get there when we get there. But Dark has changed. It's the last time I've been.
Look at Private Party. Super talented team.
Elevation. Yep.
Super talented tag team, and they got squashed on Rampage.
Yeah. BTE, like Matt Hardy and BTE brought up a good subject, but we'll talk about that later on when we get there. 6 match. This is Haley something. I'm sorry versus Haley Shadows versus Hart. Julia Hart, 11-3. And I wrote down that number because they try to make me think I forgot that her real number is a lot more worse than what it is. But again,
Is that
and
11
also
and 3 for 2022 though?
yes, it's for 2022. If we round it out for a whole, it's like maybe 11, maybe no, not 11, maybe 14 and 30
Damn, she's lost 30 matches.
roughly. That she lost a lot when she was with but no, not that many matches. She has about the same amount of number of matches if you think about it, because she didn't wrestle that much. When she wrestled, she was bad. When she won, it was always a botch, and then she would disappear for a while. So it's not either way.
Yeah,
Good
she was down
match.
for a while with that.
She was down for a while. Good match. Dominating for a while. They Matt Menard and Excalibur bring up the joke like, "Whoa, Haley Shadow should be in the House of Black with a name like that." I don't know why the hell she's not, but all right, let's just do what you gotta do on that one. But Julia Hart with a unique finisher, wrapped her leg around the arm, turned her around like a pretzel, pulled for the tap. And they bring up a good point. Ever since she joined the House of Black, she's taken her time with matches, which is true. Sometimes you can look at it as takes her time with matches, and then you can look at it as she's learning. So now she's learning at a Randy Orton's pace.
I feel like
Very
she's learned and grown more since she's been with the House of Black, and
yes,
she's
but
been more
not like
impressive
yeah,
than she has been before. I feel like
yeah, but
being with
not like
guys like
Rosa.
no. But I mean, but being with guys like Murphy and Aleister Black and Brody King, those guys are veterans. Those guys
The
have been wrestling a
Warriors, man.
long time, long
Hell
time.
yeah, hell yeah,
Just because you
Warriors
ain't
of
seen them,
Death.
doesn't mean they ain't been wrestling. They've been wrestling a long time.
Make sure to bring up
But
Murphy later.
I will. Love Buddy
Because
Murphy. Amazing.
something special comes out in Dark. You probably didn't know this,
Cool.
but I did. Okay, she won with let's see, cauliflower confusion. That's true. Okay, next match is Andre Guerrero and Logan James versus Nice and Josh Woods. First time they did fight again on Dark, so we're gonna talk about this match. Now, match was pretty good. Didn't last that long. Logan James wasn't the highlight. It was Andrea. Andrea was going hard on wrestling, just going all out against Josh Woods and against Nice. But when he got knocked out, Logan James came out and then tried his best. But eventually, it's Josh Woods who beats the shit out of you for breakfast. Once again, Matt Menard bring up the fact, I think I have the clip here. Like, why does he wear a mouth guard? Why can't these people wear the same colored trunks? Why is Josh Woods wearing all different type of colors? But then why is Tony Nese wearing only black? It doesn't make any damn. If you're a tag team, he was really complaining. He was just going all out. I like that.
But it
Sometimes
makes,
you gotta get this.
hey man, it makes sense. He made a point, a valid point. You're going to be a
True,
tag
but
team, be a tag team. If
yeah.
you're going to be a singles wrestler, be a singles wrestler. Don't be mashing your shit up and not be, getting your shit together.
And there are two named people in other matches later on that had tag team shirts. And there's other tag teams that are tag teams, but they don't have like trunks. But they have, and some of them did have trunks, just different styles. One had long, one had short, but they were, color combined. Anyway, this is a good fact about Mark Sterling. Let's take a listen. Wait, sorry. There we go. Oh, there we go.
He's coming off the top rope through a table. He's undefeated in the court of law. I love it. What a great line. What a great line. He's not used to the physicality. Off the top rope through a table. We get this guy a doctor. I don't even know if he's seen anybody. I'm sure he's got his own. I know a guy. I gotta come up.
That's referring to Mark Sterling, and he went to a table, and he's still wearing the neck brace. So that was pretty funny. After the match, post match, Mark Sterling is suing the Blackpool Combat Club. 90% of you guys are not from Blackpool. This guy's Yuta stole the belt from Josh Woods. all these people that work in sanitation are sick and tired of John Moxley spilling blood every single week all over America. That's another class action lawsuit against Moxley as well. But in the end, they're going after everybody. So, and at the same time in BTE, he's still making another video of commercial of his wrestling. I mean, of his lawyer, but he's talking about where he lost everything because Stokely Hathaway took it away from him.
Oh,
So he's multi-layered. Yeah, I remember that one just came out on Monday. Like, I had everything. Like, did you have a client and then someone stole your client? Well, call me. I didn't win that, but I could try to win you. I was like, I respect that. You gotta give what you can gotta give, you know. But match. Moving on. Death Triangle versus Grillo, Man Scout, and Dean Alexander. Dean Alexander and Grillo are becoming the regulars because they were in Dark as well. Death Triangle did so many stomps, so many backward kicks, just destruction once again. 1, 2, 3 for the win. I know you didn't see it, but it was a massacre. I did like Man Scout. That Man Scout had a chance to go in to save his partner. He's like, nah, I'm good. Not going in. I'm good. So that was a good match. Now, for the last main event, Shida and Sky Blue versus Maki Ito and Emi Sakura.
that sounds like a good match.
Shida, it's a good match. Shida, well, not really. This is why. Shida is the new champion of something. I forgot what the thing was because they kept saying it, but it was like something D. Something D belt, whatever. Emi Sakura wants it back. So the whole psychology and the story of the match was that Emi was kept going after Shida because she just really just wants the belt. She doesn't give a crap about the match. She just wants the belt. Also, Sky Blue fighting Maki Ito and not knowing that Maki Ito has an iron head, and they kept calling her Iron Head. And Matt Menard bring up a good point. I didn't want to record this because it was kind of fucked up. But Matt Menard said this. Oh, so Maki Ito has that legendary Samoan head that we can't really talk about behind the locker room type of head. Like yeah. Oh, okay, I get it. Okay, we don't talk about that, right? Yeah, we don't talk about that. So bringing up the Samoan heritage, not saying the Samoan, you can't say it. Like we don't talk about that. We know we can't talk about that because we don't have that. So I like that. That's pretty cool.
I thought that joke was going south. I really did.
That's why he stopped. That's why he stopped. He's like, that's like, oh, I caught it, and I knew where he was going.
I heard hard head, and I was like,
yeah. Oh yeah,
I know where
yeah.
this is going.
I know. That's why I shut the fuck up about that. But it was a good match. I did like this. Let me see. Superplex off the top. Sky Blue did her special. Shida did her. Everyone got their shit in. Shida got her shit in. Emi got her shit in. Maki Ito got her shit in. Got hit over the head in the barricades in the turnbuckle a bunch of times, and they kept looking at Sky Blue like, "You're fucking crazy. I don't feel shit." Did did Kobayashi just boom, just landed on Sky Blue's thing, just falling on her head. In the end, they got Maki Ito grabbed Cheetah from the outside. Emi Sakura did the double arm suplex into the backbreaker for the 1, 2, 3. Post, Cheetah, like Emi goes right into Cheetah's face right after the win, and she's like, "Man, fuck you." So they just keep fighting over and over and over again, and then it ends right there. That they'll go after the belt, which means Tony Khan's gonna make us defend the belt on Dark on Elevation. Yay! That I know Joe didn't see it, so that was a good main event. It was a good main event. It did showcase Sky Blue. It did last more than 14. It lasted about 14 minutes, so that was pretty good for them. And it was a good main event.
Sakura, Shida, Sky Blue, and who was the other one? Maki Ito?
Yeah, Maki Ito. Exactly.
Yeah,
was all right.
Those are 4 good competitors to have in a main event.
Yeah, it was good. But like again, it was the other main event of Dark. We'll get to that. That's the weird thing that comes out. But we'll get to that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, that was Elevation. Now we're gonna switch on the Dark, which is 14 fucking matches.
In 30 minutes.
All right. No, it was 52 minutes actually. They squeezed a lot in there. First
14
off,
matches in 52 minutes.
yep. First off, Renegade Twins versus Rocky Redley, and Ali Rex. It was Taz and Excalibur on commentary, and this was said about the Renegade Twins. Enjoy.
Has Dasha been cold to you lately? Like been real mean towards you lately? Yeah, because that Kiera Hogan incident a couple weeks ago. Yeah, no, she told me some stuff about you. I'll tell you later. She's not a fan. I thought she was upset at you for it. No, she loves me. Oh, look at this.
Again, because the match was so boring, they didn't talk about the match. And yeah, because I went back. Promo Joe brought it up. They talked crap because she was talking during the announcement, and then they kept talking over her, like on purpose, just to piss her off. And then just some stupid shit, just stupid in-house shit. It's ridiculous. This was actually pretty cool. One of the Renegade Twins does a neck breaker into a spine buster. Actually pretty cool. The way they did it, their finisher together. They won for the 1-3. This Dark is based on underdog talent. Let's say it like that. All right, we're gonna keep going because this is what I mean. Anthony Ogogo versus Meto. From Bulgaria as well, because he had a Machka thing on his trunks. But his name was Meto. But then Taz can say Machka, so he said matcha. Oh, that's matcha. I've had that. That's in like that's like a little drink. It's really delicious. I'm like, no, that says Machka. As in Rusev. Rusev Buskia, Rusev Machka. So that's where I remember that. Promo Joe, you better catch that shit. Come on now. Even I got it. Thank you. Now, this match was a sad attempt to boost Ogogo for me because he just kept punching, rest hold, suplex, rest hold, big suplex, rest hold, and then one big suplex, which I didn't even write down because it was bullshit, for the 1-2-3. Did you watch this match, Joe?
No, I didn't watch Darker Elevation. I didn't have time.
Okay. Now I'll just say it like this. It was kind of boring. Go is taking his sweet ass time to get hot again, but I think it's too late. Your thoughts?
I heard they were getting ready to get rid of Ogogo, to be honest with you.
Good.
I heard he was on the chopping block.
He ain't doing shit.
Oh.
He's not doing anything productive. He's only been on Dark and Elevation all the damn time.
He's not producing.
He's not producing anything. He's getting his record up. Good. But you can take your record to someplace else. Go to TNA. They'll take it. They'll take it in a heartbeat. All right.
Maybe TNA's get kind of, yeah. They're kind of stingy.
TNA they have never-ending pockets because they always go bankrupt. That's their that's policy. We don't have any pockets because we always get broke.
They're on the verge of losing their tag team champions.
Yeah. That's the way it crumbles.
Their contract is running up, and I think AEW is going to try to sign Gallows and Anderson.
Ugh. Shout out to the devil
or WWE.
Boy, well, yeah, because Triple H is there. But then, like I said, you're doing the same thing you criticized that your own stepfather criticized. You're getting old talent and bringing into the new stuff, and not using your old talent to bring stuff back. That's why people are like, "Oh, Tony Khan's getting all these wrestlers, all these like." Well, Triple H is doing the same exact thing. But they're called ex-employees.
The only thing I see happening is if they do it, if AEW gets, Gallows and Anderson, is if they do it to where Roderick Strong comes in with Undisputed Elite, and they Kenny Omega and the Bucks need an extra hand, and Gallows and Anderson show up kind of to help them out.
Bobby Fish
That
just
would
bring
make
out an
sense.
article. That's true. Bobby Fish just came out with an article with his displeasement of AEW. And a lot, like I said, Gargano probably went back. We can talk about this right now because the next match is Pretty Peter Avalon and Nemeth versus Adrian Alanis and Liam Gray, or as a tag called the Skulk. All right, good for them. There's an audio, but we'll talk about that in a second before we get to the audio clip of what they said afterwards. They won. They won really good, by the way. With a oh wait, no, they won with a neck breaker spine buster. Sorry. Now, Gargano, I was going to talk about this. Gargano, it made sense for him to go to WWE because again, there are some wrestlers that come into AEW hot, but now they're cold fuck. Like Miro's starting to heat himself up again because he took the break off out, and there's no shit against that. He took time off for himself, and that was his choice. I get it. But look at Hangman, look at Darby, look at Jungle Boy. They have to heat themselves up again because all new guys. Moxley is back into the fray again. CM Punk is coming back. You know, all this
Let's be
bullshit.
honest.
Yes.
Let's be honest now. I never felt Hangman Adam Page was a main eventer.
No, I know. We talked about this.
He's got the match quality, but he lacks other things, and he just doesn't feel like the main event guy. And then the other guy you're talking about is Darby. I don't feel like he's a main event guy. I feel like he's a mid carder at best. And Jungle Boy, he is going to have to He's going to have to go heel or really do something fucked up and up his game significantly to prove to me that he is that upper echelon top talent. Other than that, he's going to be another mid carder.
Yep, because Dark is boosting a lot of people that I've never even heard of. Case in point, like I said, Pretty Peter Avalon and Nemeth. No, that's true. That's true. I don't know about that, but we'll get to that when we get to that. Pretty Peter Avalon and Nemeth won. They were 0-4. Now they're 1-4. They said this in the post.
Well, to look at who's in the ring. The best looking men in this company. Ooh, the wingmen are here. Take a look, baby. Here we are. We're on the board. We're bold. We're buxom. We're beautiful. We are the kings of AEW Dark. And we have a message for everybody on the AEW roster. The wingmen are going to make AEW pretty. The wingman.
Now, Cesar Bononi said pretty. I mean, 4 times after they said, we're going to make the AEW roster breeding. I was like, that's not what you're supposed to say that, but pretty is what he said. So they're getting a push.
Like, yeah,
they are. Dark, almost everybody got a post segment. Almost everybody. So we'll move on after that. Here we go. Blake Christian versus Lucky Ali. Never heard of Blake Christian. Never heard of Lucky Ali. Blake Christian is 1-3. Now 2-3. Lucky Ali 0-3. Blake Christian, and I wrote this down, and you should watch this, by the way, Joe, when you get a chance, is this match anyway. And I give everyone that's watching, Blake Christian versus Lucky Ali is my highlight match of the night. Why? Blake Christian, in my opinion, is compared to Flash Gordon, Kenny Omega, and Swerve in the sense of his style and how he moves. He moves like Flash Gordon. He can knee you like Kenny Omega, and he can do those stomps in awkward positions that people love, like Swerve. And he did all that in this match against Lucky Ali, which was a very good match. So much so, his finisher was a superplex. His finisher was a superplex that he held on like Rollins, and then turned it into a twisting neck breaker for the 1-2-3.
Not bad.
Post match, he talked about that he's going to find success wherever he gets it and the opportunity when it arises. So good for him.
Okay.
Actually, good for him. I'm happy for him. I never met him before, never seen him before in my life, but he just reminded me of Flash Gordon with a little bit of swerve, which is fine. And if you look at him,
So
and I'm sorry to say this, he kind of looks like the Jersey version of Garcia. So, but he has the chain. He's got the red hair. He's got the beard and the short hair. It's really weird. All right, ladies and gentlemen, next match: Max Caster alone versus Justin Cotto. Not Miguel Cotto, the boxer's cousin, or anything like that. I'm not really sure, but I think he's Puerto Rican as well. So let's go. Starting match.
Nobody can outdo this guy's like
Right.
an
There we go.
on the mic. Nobody can outdo this guy's like an NFT. No value. The hair looks iffy on you. Wait till I'm done. You see what my scissors would do. I'm bright. I'm illuminated. I bury you lower than Biden's approval rating. So put some respect on my name. It's universal. Everybody loves the acclaimed.
Then he went to the crowd and asked someone to say they claimed have arrived. Taz said, "Well, that guy's better than Bowens. You can hire that guy. He screams way better than Bowens." The fast forwarded is a good match, showcased, lasted about 4 or 5 minutes, about 4 minutes. Mic drop for the 1-2-3. It's a good match. Check it out. Not great to replay it, just to hear the rap and know that Caster is getting better with the reps. That's what I like about it. He's getting better. Yeah, go.
I like the Biden reference. Sorry.
Even with a jobber, he gives a rap. That's what I liked about it. Even with a jobber, he gives a rap. It was awesome. Now, we get to the part that from the other place I used to be in, the steak came over here. Solo and Morado versus Martin and Seidel. This time, Camarado was dressed up like the Warrior, so we'll call him Warrior Rado and Solo. This was a good back and forth match. This actually was a good match. But again, it's Solo and Camarado. Camarado doing spine busters, Dante doing beautiful kicks back and forth, jumps off the ropes, Seidel doing mystery kicks. In the end, Dante Martin did his finisher for the win. And Seidel set it up perfectly too. So Camarado, that push that came out of nowhere, I guess Pimperado, he's gone now. So too bad for him.
Your phone went off like 10 times.
Me? Okay.
My wife.
Coming up.
That's
okay.
Like 10 times.
That's all right. Coming up next. This is actually pretty funny because I told you to bring up Buddy Murphy.
Yeah.
Daniel Garcia versus Weston Blake, who used to be the Dubstep Cowboys from NXT with Buddy, with Alexa Bliss.
Mm-hmm.
So he finally made it to Dark. This was a very good match. 9 minutes. It showcased Garcia's ability to get out of certain situations. Weston Blake is a high flyer, just like Buddy Murphy, but not as technical as Buddy Murphy. Very rest holds and just psychology.
He's not as big as Buddy Murphy either, is he? Like muscular wise.
He's like 30% leaner. That's it. You can see the difference. But Buddy Murphy's not that big either. Buddy Murphy's more vascular and more
Buddy Murphy looks really like jacked.
Yeah, but that's because he has no freaking body fat. It's just all muscle. This guy had body fat. So like I said, like well, the 20 that I correct myself. 30% more fat than Buddy Murphy. In the end, Garcia is now incorporating the Dragon Sleeper, not his not the one that he used to fuck up with Sting. Dragon Sleeper to Weston Blake for the tap out, and no post commentary, no post thing, just boop on to the next one. And this one was a doozy because this one is the Trustbusters.
Oh God!
And against Ryan Howe Omar Amir, and Cash Flow. This thing didn't even last long. This thing only lasted about 3 minutes, because half of them ran away and one of them got stuck with Parker Bordeaux, which he just kept throwing people out. He didn't fuck up as much, which I liked. He used Slim as a fucking weapon, as a powerbomb weapon, but then they kind of botched it when Slim J was supposed to do the finisher, which was an assisted sliced bread. Parker Bordeaux had Slim J. Then he takes him to the guy that's in the corner. Then he gracefully puts Slim J on the guy's head, and Slim J gracefully grabs his head, and then does the assisted slice bread for the 1, 2, 3. Post match, this happens.
Mr. Schiavone, I want you to meet Jeeves K. This is the Trust Butler. I told these guys when they joined the Trust Busters, I was going to spare no expense taking care of them. And that's why for the last 2 weeks, we have main evented Rampage. So I want every single one of you sitting at home to get used to these faces, because you're going to be seeing it for a long, long time. Because everybody knows in us, we trust.
And it has been confirmed they added a new partner to their crew, which was VSK, and now he's the Trust Butler. Good for him, I guess. I don't know.
Getting some time.
Actually, was dressed up as a butler, so good for him. That was 9 matches, ladies and gentlemen. 9. 5 more to go. I don't miss this at all. Please like and subscribe and enjoy the show. Again, this is the 3rd channel, so this only has 20 subscribers. We gotta start growing this from scratch, which I love though. I want to start from scratch anyway. Next match, which I told you I was going to talk about, was Tashawn Perez, DK Vandry, and Joey Sweets versus Dark Order. Dark Order does the same exact thing as yesterday. For the 1, 2, 3, they win. Another match, Neeson Woods versus VKM Oliver Sawyer. They were the guys of the Skulk, with the shirts of the Skulk, SKULK tag team, matching tights and everything. And they lost 1, 2, 3. Again, same match. Next match is the match that Joe spoiled it for everybody by saying the names that we weren't supposed to say the names until the match came out.
I didn't say the names,
but you did say what they used to be, which now people were waiting to see what they were now. But ladies and gentlemen, Maluda and Manny Lowe versus, and then JT Davidson comes out. My name is JT Davidson, and this is Iron Sam. I'm obviously paraphrasing his screaming because I'm not gonna scream like him. And he says their names are Iron Savages. They're not Bear Bronson. They're not Bear Boulder. They're now Bronson and Boulder. Iron Savages. And these guys, what's your thoughts? If you did, you didn't see Dark, but I'm pretty sure you heard about it.
I heard that they changed their name. I think it's a good move as long as they're going to move them up to the main roster now. Maybe now that they have a mouthpiece as a manager, would be a good time, and a name change. This would be a definite good time to move them up to Dynamite and Rampage and have them start a feud with another tag team.
Okay.
That's true. Maybe have them take out the tag team champions week after week.
Yeah. There's a lot more tag team titles. There's about 20. There's about 20 now. There used to be 14, 15, but now that they're adding the undercard tag teams that they know they're undercard tag teams, Nemeth and Pretty Avalon, this people, Trusters can do a tag team whenever they feel like it. Anyone can do a tag team now. So my thoughts on the match are this. I'm happy for their name change. I will always support you, Boulder, on Twitter. You know that. And Bronson, too. But you guys did the exact same thing, except change your name. I've seen enough Bear matches to know that that's the exact same move set, the exact same move. Everything was like they did that. They Bronson went to top of Boulder. They did the running senton into the corner. They did the splash on. They did the exact same thing as a face
I
and
mean,
as a they've never been a heel tag team. So they're just
well,
doing face moves and trying to act savage.
now what they should have done was something like what the Viking Raiders did when they left and they came back and they were just more violent, darker, more
Yeah,
Viking-esque, more sadistic. Now, if they did that, that would work with that new gimmick.
it would work, something like that. Like you got Bear Boulder, which is a big ass guy. Put him on the top rope, make him splash off motherfuckers. Just really kill people,
Make him
throw
vicious,
people
like
into Boulder. Yeah, exactly.
have him throw a guy in a corner, have Boulder in the corner, have him throw a guy into Boulder in the corner, and he goes and they sandwich each other in the corner. They sandwich the guy in the
Yeah,
corner together, and then just start clotheslining the shit out of him from the front and the back, just
they were
bashing
doing that.
him.
They were doing that. They were throwing Bronson into the corner and throwing into another guy and throwing into another guy. But you did that before when you were a face. Throw Boulder into the corner and just keep throwing that bigger guy until they fall down. And then Boulder does sentons. Gets up, does another senton. Gets up, then the guy falls flat on his floor. Then you pull both of them on, and then you do put like Boulder should be the Diesel and Bronson should be the Shawn Michaels. Not so much as a talker, but the guy that he's in the background. Boulder do the work, and then
That's
Bronson
what I'm
comes
saying.
in and
Like
yeah,
have Bronson in the corner and like have him holding the guys. Bear. I'm sorry. Have Boulder hit the guy with like a big clothesline in the corner, and hit him with a
yeah.
couple more clotheslines where the guy's about to fall down, and then
And keep
have
holding him.
Bear holding him by his hair,
Yep,
keeping him up, being held by his hair while he keeps getting clothesline in the corner
yep.
mercilessly, and the referee
It'll
has
work,
to give a 5 count because he keeps getting smashed.
and it would
They're
work.
big
Guess what?
guys. They got
They're
to
big
be
guys,
big guys.
and it works. But again, they're just this. And then post JT Davidson came out. My name is JT Davidson. I'm the Iron guy, and I did this, I do that. Then the boring. This is what I like about JT Davidson. He had the energy when he started, and then I felt like he was getting accustomed to his talking. The crowd noticed that, and they called him boring. He amped it up a little bit more, and they're gonna try to take over the division of Dark and Elevation. That's fine. Good for them. We move on because I hope that means that once we start in the series ourselves, ladies and gentlemen, we know they're gonna be out more. Good for them. All right. Number 13 or 14, sorry.
Yes.
Workhorseman versus Grillo and Dean Alexander again. Grillo and Dean Alexander again, not Workhorseman, which is JT Drake and this guy, Henry Alexander. Good match, back and forth. It was a good match in the sense that it was a low card match. And they knew they were a low card team. So they played it like a low card team. Like, hey, we're the guys before the main event, so let's just play it safe, show wrestling, and just that's it. It was a pretty basic match. And sometimes when you know that you're like, it's like Scotty Too Hottie and this guy, what was the guy's name?
Grandmaster Sexy.
They were a low card team. They were low to mid card. And they knew if they were a low to mid card team, sometimes in matches they would do a 10-minute match, but they would just have a wrestling match. They wouldn't be all showboating and shit. It would just be wrestling. And then at the end they do the showboat, they do their special, they do the worm and all that stuff. But they would do a normal match. I mean, remember one of the guys was Lawler's son. You couldn't fuck around with that shit. And the other
Yeah,
guy
that
was
was
just a fireman.
Grandmaster Sexy. That was
Yeah.
yeah.
Rest in peace to him.
And
But that's what I mean. This,
yeah,
something like that. But again, it was a good match. In the end, they won. And that's another tag team that they're boosting up ranks. Another one. All right. Now, this main event, ladies and gentlemen, this main event sucked for so many reasons.
what was
So
it?
many reasons. Kylan King versus Mafiosa. That's it. It's Kylan King versus Mafiosa. Mafiosa 0-5, which is way more because when I was kept watching Dark, and I watched Mafiosa like a few months ago. She was not 0-5. She should be like 0-10, 0-11. And Kylan King, I didn't record. She won by winning. I didn't even write it down. What comes
Kylan
next is
King's
this.
good.
Kylan King is good, and she has a match with Britt tomorrow. Because of that,
didn't she just have a match? Didn't she just have a match with Jade not that long ago?
a month ago, about a month and a half, 2 months ago. Kylan King finishes her match, beats Mafiosa. I'm not gonna talk about the main event because this main event lasted way longer than it should have. Mafiosa is not a good wrestler. Kylan King is just it's like who's the one that stirs the pot? Stir it up. That she's with the baddies now, but she's injured.
Uh,
There's
Kira
Kira
Gray.
Hogan in the other one. Yeah,
Gray. Keisha Gray?
something. The girl from Stir It Up.
Layla Gray.
No, not Layla Gray. From your Big Mama's Kitchen. Whatever her name is. I'm too high for that. Either way, she has that style that I saw. Because remember, I've seen Kylie King since like the second year of AEW. There it is. Red Velvet. That's the one. Red Velvet. Red Velvet has been this almost the same since 2020. The difference is that Red Velvet has tightened up her wrestling since 2020. We've seen it from 2020 sloppy, 2022 she's more smooth, more active, more more faster. Kylan King, in my opinion, I've always said this in the other place I used to be at, didn't like that. I used to say that. I never liked Kylan King because great personality and everything else, but I never really got the appeal of her. One, her run's pretty basic, and then I always thought of her as a copy of Becky Lynch when she came out last year and she had everything red and green. Like, oh, I want to that's my Becky Lynch is my hero. If she's your hero, don't dress up like her.
I'm going to be honest with you. I felt like Jamie Hayter was the Becky Lynch ripoff when she first came in.
Shit, with her thighs, hell no. I doubt that.
Dead
shit.
Ass. Like the
Dead ass,
way she looked, her look.
Speaking of what, breaking news: Tennille Dashwood's gonna run out of her contract real soon. So I wonder where she's gonna go. I wonder. I mean, you can go back to WWE, but Paige left. So you like I don't know because like
going to AEW picked up Paige.
Women wrestling can pick her up. She could be a headliner.
AEW picked up Paige, and Paige, I'm pretty sure they picked up Paige. They haven't announced it yet, but dude, if this was like weeks ago, she was making hints that she was all elite.
Okay.
On Twitter.
Well, before we get to that, let's get to this point at the end. Kylan King beats Mafiosa. Really not that great of a main event. Lasted too long. Then this person pops out.
You took the time to come here.
No, wait.
Make your big grand.
Wait. Sorry, that's the retort of Kylan King. My apologies. This person came out here. It's up reverse.
Your little sob story was making me sick to my stomach. I needed to put an end. But let me get this straight, okay? You went out there, worked hard, made a name for yourself, and we're supposed to be impressed. She gets a pat on the back for doing what everybody in you should be doing. Let me put this into perspective of what I have done. I have built AEW from the ground up. In fact, I built an empire, and I still made a dental office by 8 a.m. to see my patients, baby.
Now, she said that the Kylan King, because Kylan King came out saying, I deserve to fight Britt Baker. I think I'm the best here. Da 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 da. And then Britt Baker said, wait, no, hold my beer, bitch. And they came out. Kylan King, I think you're muted.
Yeah, I was telling my daughter to brush her teeth. Sorry.
All right. Okay, sorry. That's okay.
Kylan
King, no, thank you for that. Kylan King comes out with the retort.
You took the time to come here, make your big grand entrance, get in my face, talk your shit, and yet Clearly, these people want to see this match right now. Yeah? Yeah? But you, the role model, are going to deny the people what they want? Come on. What you waiting for? You want to know what? How about this? How about I just do you a favor? Because I know how much you like to bleed. I know how much you like to bleed. So, how about I do everybody here a favor? And I bust your ass open right now and get you a new t-shirt.
Did she say bust your ass wide open and get you a new T-shirt?
Yeah, because she said like I know you love to bleed, so let's just beat the shit out of you. Basically, that she was saying that I'm gonna bust you open, so someone's gonna take a picture of it and make a new T-shirt, and I become famous, which makes sense. That Rosa and Britt got famous off that, and then the Britt Baker's like, hey, the DMD don't do dark. I did like that she said, DMD don't do dark. You know, I don't do that. So
She's
she
main
and then they
event.
started fighting. It's true though. She hasn't been on dark in a long ass time, like a year and a half. A year and a half,
You
2
don't want
years.
to put. She's one of your top women wrestlers. You don't want her to have her on the B show.
I know. But sometimes you got, sometimes you come down to NXT. Either way, this is not NXT. I'm not comparing this to NXT. I'm saying to use the reference. Then after she said that, Kylie King and Britt just started fighting outside. Everything. Referees came out. End of dark. As I explained it, Joe, what did you think of it? 14 matches on dark and 9 matches on elevation, which makes it 25 matches in 2 days.
I like the ending that they did with Britt and um, shoot, I forgot the name.
And Kylie.
Yes. Yeah, I do. I like the way that they built that up. I did like the commentary for it, the back and forth, and I
Yeah.
liked the fighting and stuff that building up for their match on Rampage.
Yeah.
Or Dynamite, whichever it's going to be.
No, it's Dynamite. It's Dynamite. They're fighting tomorrow. But like I said, it's a foregone conclusion. If Kylie King beats Britt, that's a huge push. Unexpected, not really necessary or deserved, but push. Britt beats Kylie King on Wednesday. It's just another Wednesday for her. So what are we doing here? Are we gonna push Kylie
So
King, or we're gonna do this again for Britt Baker for her to win again on
or
Wednesday for nothing?
or Britt wins,
Yeah,
but Kylan King makes her bleed,
could be. Then she asks
and
for a
then Britt
rematch on the pay per view.
and then Britt wins. Britt wins with the lockjaw because of outside interference from Jamie Hayter, and she wins
Yeah.
with the lockjaw with her face all bloody.
True, that storyline hasn't happened yet. It's there. The seeds are there. They don't like to leave storylines dead unless they have to cut it. So Hayter could turn on Britt soon, because again, she's gonna do that eventually. So, but again, as a whole, since I'm the only one that actually watched Dark, and you're lucky because you didn't watch it in Elevation. As a whole, including commentary and matches on both, and I'm scaling this out of 10. I give Elevation and Dark as a whole. Give me a second. I have the number in my head. I'm trying to negotiate with myself.
Five spot.
All right. No. 7.2. Because there was some people I've never seen before. There are some
Wow.
matches. There were some good matches. Again, the Workhorseman, good low level match. Again, because I like wrestling. If you know where the fuck you are, it's like Harlem Heat. You know damn well Harlem Heat never the main guys, but they were mid to low card. And once they wrestled, they knew what the fuck to do, and they had their system, and it worked. And that's fine, and I love that. Then the Maki Ito thing was funny. Let me see. My highlights. The reason of the 7.2, the caster rap was funny. The solo Camarado and Martin Seidel match, boring as it was a good match. It was back and forth for about 10, 12 minutes. So I respect that. 2, Trustbusters, you got to give a point because Parker Boudreaux is shit out of people. That's good. And Mark Sterling coming with the promo was funny. Iron Savage's debut, even though they did the same moves, it's still a debut. And what else? And the promos between Peter and Nemeth and even I forgot, by the way, Joel fought Morales. VC Morales. I forgot to say that, ladies and gentlemen. He did one of the most nastiest. VC Morales came off the top rope of the corner and tried to do a drop kick, but by halfway there, George Earl did like a jumping bicycle kick, just killed them, and he didn't even do a finisher after. Like, I'm done. 1, 2, 3. I forgot about that. So that was a good match too. It didn't last that long. So for me, both I'll get 7.2. Ladies and gentlemen, this was AEW Dark and Elevation review. We will be doing this every week at 9:30. Even if it's too many matches, I'll talk a little bit. Some more people will start coming in. Maybe Queen Corey, maybe some Tuesday Night Mook if he's available. Other than that, I actually do miss it talking about Elevation and Dark. But anyone that knows my past knows I don't like to watch this. But with people that support me as I support them, exactly. But people that I support and they support me emotionally and helping all the time, I'm gonna jump back into it tomorrow at 10 o'clock or 10:03. AEW Dynamite review on Twitch and on YouTube. Every wrestling is going to be on this channel, Recon Reactions, and on the Twitch channel at once. If you don't have Twitch, but you got YouTube, check us out.
Right.
All right, and on
AWF,
Twitter,
man.
Thursdays, exactly, and on Twitter's Friday is different. Friday, that's going to be exclusively on Twitch because again, we have Ultra Vibes. And I can't post that video on YouTube. But again, Ultra Vibes can be exclusively on Twitch on Fridays. So Wednesdays, Tuesdays are Recon Reactions on our third channel. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. One person watching, I know who you are. So thank you for that. I appreciate that. And remember, stay healthy, stay happy from Puerto Rico to North Carolina and all around the world for you. Wrestling is life. And wrestling, like a condom, is protected. Kiki, sometimes.